So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create some charts out of your data from Google Forms. So here's my Google form, cats versus dogs. I have two questions. Do you like cats or dogs? And which is more special, a cat or a dog? If I select the tab up here at the top, I have 26 responses, both of which questions, cats or dogs, or which is more special, are represented as pie charts. Now with this right now, I can't insert these images into a Google presentation, which is my objective. So what I'll need to do is I have to select this green rectangle up at the top right to view my responses in Sheets. Now Sheets gives me each individual response listed according to what's a timestamp, meaning the actual time someone went into my form and selected their answers. Step one is I'm going to create charts though out of the question, do you like cats or dogs? And that's in column B. So I'm going to select column B. It all gets highlighted in blue. I'm going to right click on it, say sort sheet A to Z. Notice how all the responses are then listed in alphabetical order. Then here in the blank space on the right, I'm going to start to create a table with headers, category headers, in a vertical arrangement in cells. So cats in one cell, and then dogs in another cell. I'm going to count how many people responded cats by highlighting all of them, and down in the bottom right I can see that the count is 6. So I'm going to type in 6 in the cell next to where it says cats. I'm then going to count how many people said dogs, and that is 15. So once my table is created, I can highlight it all, like so. Notice how it all gets covered in a blue color. And then I can say insert, chart, and then Google Sheets will immediately give me some options for graphical representations, one of which is a pie chart, bar chart, horizontal bar chart. You can choose whichever one you want and then customize it later. For the purpose of this example, I'm going to select the pie chart, then say insert. I can change the color of each section by selecting it and then going to the bucket and firing in a different color. Maybe I want this one to be let's say I want it to be orange. Choose which color you like, just make sure that the number within each slice is visible. Here with the yellow color it's a little bit tricky to see, so I'm going to actually turn it into something like blue. Alright, now one important thing is to add a title to your chart. The way to do this is selecting this triangle up here, then advanced edit, type in a new title, and the title should be the question asked. So do you prefer cats or dogs? Question mark. There are also a variety of other options for customizing your chart, for example the 3D option, and also listing different category headers within what is called the key up here. So orange is cats. Maybe I could change what says cats up here. Then I can say update. Now let's say I'm happy with this. I'm going to turn it into an image. I'm going to select the downward arrow, then say save image. The actual image is going to pop up down here in the bottom left. Then I can select the tab where my Google presentation is. I'm going to make this first slide a blank slide, and then I'm going to drag in my chart and place it within the slide. I'm going to repeat the same steps with my next question, which is more special, a cat or dog. So I'm going to select column C, right click on it, say sort A to Z. Notice how the responses get listed in an alphabetical order. But this time I'm going to create a table which is a little bit different than this one. The category headers are going to be listed horizontally instead of vertically like so. So I'm going to say cats, then dogs, and then I'm going to count how many people said cats by highlighting all the responses, then looking into the bottom right where it says count as a 7, and then I'm going to highlight all the responses which say dog, and that is 18 respondents. I can then highlight the whole table and then go to insert, chart, and notice with a different arrangement of the category headers I get a different chart recommendation, in this case some dials. I mean I could pick other ones still, but these ones don't necessarily make sense, so I'm going to go back to the dial header. I'm going to say insert. Here's my chart again. I can also go into the advanced edit and customize it, but because it's a different type of chart I won't necessarily get the same types of options. In this case the gauge range I can change. So let's say the max amount, instead of it being 100, I want it to be 10. And notice how that changes some things. In fact, it should probably be 20 because that way the dial doesn't jump off the end for the dogs. So then I can say update. I then need to save this as an image by clicking the downward arrow, save image. it'll pop up in the bottom left. Then I can go back to the tab with my Google presentation, click the plus sign for a new slide, select the blank template, and then drag in the image which I just saved. So now when I go into present mode, I have my graphs of my data ready for my audience to enjoy.